Hello and welcome to the show, and welcome to Sharp Practice. This is the final scenario for the practice campaign. It's bottoms up. Ooh, misses. Rive Gauche and the French are out for revenge. They've cleared away the Spanish guerrillas, got some more reinforcements, and are homing in on the British stronghold. This scenario is an attack on an objective. The British will have 3 groups of 8 light company, 2 groups of 6 95th rifles, and 1 group of light dragoons. The French force has managed some reinforcements, and they mustered 4 groups of line, 2 groups of voltigeurs, 2 groups of voltigeur skirmishers, and 1 group of hussars. They also have a musician and 1 set of colours, because they're getting excited. Additional leaders for this scenario: Status 2 Second Lieutenant James Whittle, who'll be in charge of the dragoons for the British, and Yves Deneau in charge of the voltigeurs for the French. The village of Valpedo is at the top of the table as we look. All walls and buildings will provide hard cover. There's a small orchard in the front of the village and some scattered trees around the terrain. There's also some high ground to the right as we look. The French have 1 deployment point as indicated by the cross here. The British main deployment point is on the road here, with a 2nd deployment point actually in the village here. Rive Gauche's objective is to capture the village of El Pedo. The quiet village of El Pedo, which has been the base of British force operations in the last few months in this area of Spain. Primary deployment point at the bottom of the table at the end of the road here, but a secondary deployment point in this forward building here. And they're expecting the French to be coming straight down that road. First card up of the final game is Leader 3. And Leader 3 is Yves Deneau in charge of the voltigeurs. So I think they can come on up to 9 inches from the deployment point, so they'll come on here. Like so. Red flag. Red flag. Leader 4. Well, in this game, that's René de Rien, who's with the other voltigeurs, the skirmishers. So they are 12 inches, and I think I'm just going to push them up in front of the main body, which will be coming on shortly. Red Leader 5. For the British, that is James Whittle with the dragoons. Now, do I want to get them on yet? I think I might. And they'll have to come on from the deployment point here, and they're going to come around to the British left flank. There he is, James Whittle and his light dragoons. French Leader 1, Rive Gauche, here we go. They're coming on 6 inches. Rive Gauche and his troops here out front. He's got the musician to the left as we look, and the colour party to the right. They are marching down the road, and they mean business. Red flag. Well, there's nobody out for the British. Can't do anything at the moment. But they could deploy somebody now, and I think they need to, because Tiffany will come up soon. So that is it. 4 cards down. And I think what they're going to do is get one of the 96 rifles with ram's bottom deployed here behind the wall and open fire immediately. And they will start to take on the voltigeurs. So its effective range, it's just under 18 inches. It's 5 6s to hit, first fire and skirmishers light infantry. So it is 3s to hit. There's 8 dice because ram's bottom is getting involved. So that is 6 hits. It is light cover, 4-5 shock, 6 kill. And that is a very disappointing 1 shock. And the rifles will reload for 1. Leader 4 for the British, that is Harry Nuts. The main body is not there. Leader 3, well, that is Harry Nuts. They will also deploy there just in front of that deployment point. And Harry Nuts' rifles will open fire on the left-hand group of voltigeurs down the road. 6 dice hitting on 3s. Well, that's 6 hits. Damage, light, cover for them. Oh, again, only one shock. Shocking. And there we go, tiffin. End of turn. First card up is Guy Decolette, and he can't do anything. Lead 3. Yves Deneau with his Voltigeurs. So 2 dice, there we go, 9. They'll be trying to make their way through to that orchard. Red flag. Blue flag. Leader 5. Auguste Leclunge with the Hussars. Well, they are on 18 inches, so I think they're going to swing around to this side here. Come on around here. They haven't done particularly well yet, have the Hussars. Hopefully they can redeem themselves this game. Yes, otherwise they'll be running away again. Red leader 1. Right, here we go. Side bottom. So they're on 9 inches. They're up here. And with that deployment, they're all on the board. Would you believe it? Tiffin. Right. So that is 1 French and 1 British unit to go. So I rolled the dice. The British go first. So it's going to be a reload for 1 and a fire for Ramsbottom's group against this Voltigeurs. 6 dice hitting on 4s, which is just 2 hits. Light cover, 1 kill, 1 shock. Is the kill on Durian? No. They are now unloaded. Right, I think the right-hand group of Voltigeurs is going to move up 2 dice 6. Less 1 inch because of that shock. So they go 5. Not brilliant. They're outside of close range. I think I'm going to wait. Not going to get first fire yet. End of turn. Right, French leader 1, Rive Gauche. Well, he's on the road, so it's 3 dice movement. And that is a nice 11. Leader 4 is Willie Drips. He can't do anything at the moment. Red leader 5 is Whittle. He's got the Dragoons. I think they'll continue to canter around here. So it's 2 dice 6 plus 6. So that'll be 13. Blue flag. Blue flag. Blue flag. That's a random event movement for the Dragoons. 7. Right, tell the men to sing. If the troops are in column formation, which they're not, they can take 2 dice 6 of movement immediately, so no effect. However, what have we got there? 3. I can activate now with one of the French. It's activating a leader, so I can't do these. But I might do Durian here. He'll take a point of shock off and get them to move twice, a bonus move, and then fire at the rivals, I think. So they go 7, minus 1 is 6. That puts them within close range. First fire, so it's 5 dice hitting on 3s, which is 4 hits. Now, the British are in hard cover. So it's 5 shock, 6 kill, but because they're skirmishers, they will ignore the first kill, I believe. So that is just 1 point of shock. And they are now unloaded, so not overly effective. Red flag. Red flag. Blue flag. Random and firing event. 9. Charge them to hell. So they think they've done some good. They're going to go 2 dice 6 forward, and they go 7. So lucky for them, again, none of these follow-ups have made contact, and that's a very nasty close range fight going to happen there. Now, something I didn't realise, it's 2 cards you can interrupt with one of your leaders. which I haven't done so far in the game. I won't do it just yet. Right, Harry Nuts. Right, they are here. They're going to reload and fire at the Voltigeurs here. 6 dice hitting on 4s. That is not much good. 2 hits. Light cover. 1 shock. Blue leader 5. Well, that's Auguste Leclunge. Right, again, I think for Leclunge it's 2 dice 6 plus 6 for a counter. So that is 13. Another big cavalry face-off. The 2 groups of horse are coming together. And Tiffin, right, so 1 French and 2 British. I think for the British, this group will reload. This group is going to move forward and wheel slightly left. Only 5. And side bottoms gang need to be a little bit careful about this because of the walls of the village. What do I want to do? They will advance up to here, no further. There they go, 9. Which is perfect. So the British column moving up to the edge of the village of El Pedo. They need to get into position, which means the rifles will have to move. British have got to try and use that wall for defence. They're outnumbered and the French are on the move. Right, first card up is leader 3, which is Yves Deneau. So here he is. He is going to activate the group. They can snap into position there. I don't think you've got to roll for that because they're so close. So that's 1. They will not move. I think they will just present. Red leader 4, Willie Drips. Well, he can't do anything there. Red flag. Ooh, and Tiffin. So 1 group of British to move or do something. I think it's going to be Ramsbottom's group there. They're going to fire at these Voltigeurs here and then move out the way of Sidebottom's gang. So 6 dice hitting on 3s. So that's 4 hits. In the open, not in the open, sorry, it is soft cover, 2 shock. So they are up to 3. They need to get out of there. They will reload with 1 action, so they'll move also 4, so that's nicely out of the way. French leader 1, Rive Gauche. Right, I think he's got to come up to about here at least. Get ready for his charge. So he is going to move, 2 dice, and then can he get into formation? Right, no, they've got to remain stationary for the rest to form up, so I think they've got to move forward at least 2 dice, get into position, which they will do now. They got another 7. I might be pushing it a little bit here. Red flag. Leader 4. Now that is Durian. Well, Durian is here, so I think it's going to take a point of shock off. Won't make any difference with firing. They'll reload and fire and then move, and they'll be firing on the front group of British line. Only 4 dice, and they're hitting on 4s. So that's 3 hits. In the open, that is 2 shock. And now I think they're just going to withdraw behind these trees, which they do. Red leader 4, that is Willie Drips. He can't do anything. Well, actually, I think you can take one of those points of shock off just gone on, because they're in a formation. Red flag. Leader 2, Ramsbottom. Right, 1 action, they will reload. I think they're going to hop over this wall. It'll be -2 on 1 dice. So go 2 inches, so I'll just get them over. And I was going to say fire, but they're not in position to do that, so that is them. Oh, I suppose they can move again. Yes, they'll move again. I'll just sort of swing around like so. They could also sharp practice, but I don't know whether I want to do that. Blue flag. And tiffin. Right, the British will go first. And they will simply get this group up here. And that group will close up. So that is that group, formation that moved. Right, Yves Deneau's gang, they can fire here, they're presented. It'll be first fire, and they're going to be firing at the rifles there. Why not? So it's close range, it's first fire. Anything but. That's pretty good. But I do think they are going to get some as well, because they're within 4 inches. So I need to split them. Right, so the rifles, they're in hard cover, so ignore the first kill. 5 shock, 6 kill. So ignore that one. 1 shock, 1 kill. And side bottoms group here. Now they are in the open. So that is going to be, that was a 5, so that is 3 shock and 1 kill. They're up to 4 shock. And Harry Nutt's group will reload for their go. And actually what Harry Nutt's group will also do is move, one move, to allow the line troops to get into line. There are 3. First card up is red leader 5, which is Whittle. Well, here's Whittle. He can't gallop into charge because that's straightforward here. It's not going to get him anywhere. So, yeah, difficult to manoeuvre, the cavalry. I think he's going to canter in. Goes 12. It's risky. Next card up is blue 2, that's Guy Decolleté. He can't do anything with Reeve Gauche's main body. And Tiffin, end of turn. Right, blue flag. Red flag. Red flag, I think the last group to activate with the Dragoons. So, random event movement 9. Okay, that's something about a map, so I'm going to worry too much about that. Red leader 2, Ramsbottom. Well, there he is. He'll take that point of shock off and get them to fire at Durian's gang here. He's actually going to pick up the 2 cards as well, so he will get involved and add another extra dice for firing. So it's 9 dice hitting on 3s, which is 7 hits. Right, I'm going to be generous to the French and give them hard cover, because they're in that sort of little clump of woods, and they are skirmishes as well. So it's 5 shock, 6 kill. Oof, wow. Doesn't make any difference. Now, do they ignore the first kill? I think they might, actually. Right, but it's 2 kills. Is one of them on Durian? It is. What's happened to him? He is wounded. So 1 Voltigeur dies, and Durian is wounded. So bad things happen. He's down to status 1. 1, that's probably nothing. Yeah, that's no effect. Red leader 1. Side bottom, big side bottom. Right, he's going to get this group over here, which they don't do. No, I missed that. The rest of them will present. Well, now, can they actually fire? So he's told them to move. because they haven't made it. Fine. He's presented these. I think they're going to fire. So they'll be unloaded. Or will they? No, they fire. No, they present and fire, so they'll be unloaded. Yep. Okay, fine. I'll put that down to remind me. And he will take 1 point of shock off. Right, so these 3 groups are going to get it. It's first fire control, so it's anything but a 1. So that's a good hit. Right, 4 there, 4 there, and 4 there. Right, in the open. Okay, so that's 4 points of shock. One point of shock. And for this group of Voltigeur skirmishers, something I hadn't done before, if they're outside of the range bracket, then they count as light cover. Still got 2 killed there. No leader with them. They were unlucky. Red flag. Ooh, leader 3. Well, that's the rifles with Harry Nuts. Right, he's going to pick up the flag, become status 2. They will take that, and they'll take a point of shock off and get them to move over here. Move with 1 dice. 1, so that's pathetic. And move another dice. So that's totally 3. Oh dear. That'll go in there. So that's 2 moves. Now, they could fire. And I think they will. They'll open fire there on the Voltigeur line. Right, hitting on 4s. So that's not particularly good. 3. Now again, something I did an error with before. Skirmishers can't pick and choose which groups they fire at. So 1 on that, 1 on that if they're in formation. So they're in the open. 1 point of shock there. And the right hand group, as we look, 1 point of shock there. Ooh, Tiffin. Well, 1 French group to move. Yeah, what to do, what to do. It's the group that's moving, not the leader. Right, they are going to get up there. They are going to move to their right. Oh, they've done that. And this group, I guess, will just move up again. Yeah. Well, first card up, Tiffin. Everybody reloads. However, French leader 1, Rive Gauche. Right, I did actually get them to present as well, because I thought they could do that, along with their moves. Unfortunately for Rive Gauche, he hasn't got any cards or any flags. So, he'll take off 1 point of shock here. Get yourself out of the way. They are presented. They will fire and reload with 3 groups. And he will get involved. Right, that's a split. 7-7-6. They're in hard cover. However, that's still 2 kill and 1 shock. They are in the open. Ooh, look at that. 3 shock. Get that on first. We're up to 6 shock. 3 kills. Is one of them on side bottom? No. So 1, 2, and 3. Nasty. And 6 at the rear. They will count. No, they're close range. Alright, so in the open again. But only 4 shock for them. Now, they have 6 with 1. They have 4 with 6, even with side bottom. Which is 5. That's excess. So 1, they go back 1. They can go with them, so they're not broken, but they are pushed back. Bad things. 6. Minus 1 point for that. And the British are on 8 force morale. Ooh, it's all going the French way at the moment. Leader 3 is Yves Deneau. Right, here he is. Right. What are we going to do here? He's going to get them to move up 1 dice. That's a good move. Less 1 for shock. So they go 5, and he's going to sidle sideways slightly. And they will present. Red flag. Red flag. Leader 4. That's Willie Drips. He'll take some shock off. Take 2 points of shock off, actually, I think. Ooh, leader 1. And he'll pick that up. So, status 4. Right, so status 4. He's in a bit of a pickle, as he always is. So they can't get in next to him now. Take off 2 points of shock, I guess. They're down to 2. Present, fire, and he will get involved. They'll be unloaded. It is 12 dice. They are hitting on 3s. That's a cracking hit. Look at that. So it's 3 there, 3 there, 3 there. That group behind. Now they are in. 2 there. The other group of line are not. Right, starting over here. Of course, they're all in the open. 3 shock. Reeve Gauche's gang in the middle. 1 shock. Guy Decolete's group. 1 shock, 1 kill. And the Voltigeurs will count as light cover because of the range. No effect. And that was a shocking effort. Right, French leader 5, Auguste Leclunge. Right, here we go, tally-ho. Well, they can't tally-ho because they haven't got the cards, but the Hussars are going to get in there on the British Light Dragoons. Why not? It's a full gallop, straight ahead, fisticuffs. 3 dice, 6 plus 9, I believe. Yeah, that's more than enough to get in. Right, I've done the calculations. The British are slightly better, actually, because the Light Dragoons are slightly better quality than the Hussars, so Leclunge may have bitten off more than he can chew. Roll them all together. We're looking for 5s and 6s. Okay. So it's going to be 1 point of shock here. And 2 point shock on the British. It's 2 kills and 3 kills. So of those 3 kills is 1 on Leclunge. No, it's not. So 1, 2, 3. And of those 2 is 1 on Whittle. Oh, it is. So I'll take the 1 off. It isn't on him. What's happened to Whittle? He's wounded. Right, first of all, bad things happen for Whittle. 2. Minus 1, the British are on 7. Okay. So, the French were defeated by 1, and they have to go back 6 inches facing the enemy. And I think that's the end of that. So yet another inglorious episode from the Hussars with Auguste Leclunge. Useless. Red flag. Blue flag. Blue flag. Now, do we have a... I don't know, an activation last time was not firing or moving. Was moving, but they did fisticuff, so I'm going to ignore that one. Leader 2. Guy Decolete. He's going to take some shock off. So he'll take a point of shock off from that gang in the middle. I think you can do the whole formation. He'll take, I'll tell you what, he's going to take 2 points, 2 more points off. Red leader 5. Oh, that's James Whittle. Now, he's status 1. but he's got a red flag there, which he'll pick up status 2. Does he need that? Yeah, probably. I don't know. Yes, he will take a point of shock off and get him to charge in. I think they can go to canter. So at the walk at the end of the fisticuffs, so they can canter in, just about. Oh, well, they do make it, just. Here we go. And we've got fisticuffs again. Right, the dice are pretty much the same as last time because nobody's less than 50%, as far as I can work out, and we got the card being used to make him a level 2. Right, so there we go, looking for 5s and 6s again. It is just 1-6 for the French and all of that, which is not what the British wanted, clearly. Right, so is that a hit on Whittle? No, it's not. So another trooper goes there. And a point of shock. And the British now retire 6 inches. Now, actually, I don't think I rolled last time for them obliged to withdraw, and now the British, so we'll do both. French obliged to withdraw 4 was -1, so they were on 9, and now the British obliged to withdraw 5 is also -1. The British are on 6, French are on 9. Interesting. Right, blue flag. Leader 3, that's Harry Nuts. Well, they will simply fire at Deneau's 2 groups here, formation. It will be 5 dice hitting on 3s. And that is 3 hits, so it'll be 2 there and 1 there. Left-hand group, as we look, is 1 shock, so they're up to 2. And the right-hand group is also 1 shock, so they're also up to 2, so not overly effective. They will reload for 1 action, but they are still unloaded. Blue leader 4, Durien. He's going to pick the flag up because he's wounded. What's he going to do? Take off 1 point of shock. I think he has to. And they'll move here, and I think they'll fire at the rifles. 4 dice hitting on 4s. Only 2 hits. Soft cover or light cover. Oh, I thought that was 2 6s. It is 1 kill. That might be on Ramsbottom. No. Oh, blue flag. And Tiffin, look at that. French can go again. Who's going to go? Nobody. They've all gone. Well, that's a shame. So, a bit of a stock take before we move on. Force morales, the British are on 6 and the French are on 9. So, certainly an advantage to the French there. The cavalry melee this side is pretty even Stevens, I would say, at the moment. So, that's swirling backwards and forwards. Over in the centre for the French, they're looking pretty good, I have to say. They outnumber the British, and although the British have got some good defensive positions, they are getting whittled down pretty quick. So, side bottom, what are you going to do about that? It's looking rather desperate. Right, blue flag. Red leader 4, Woody Drips. He'll take some shock off. Red leader 2, Ramsbottom. Okie dokie, they will fire. Well, I hope they're unloaded. I can't remember what happened now. Yeah, so be it. They will fire, reload 1 action at Durian's group. 7 dice hitting on 3s. Oh, they're all hits. I'm giving them hard cover, I think. But that's not going to save them. That's 2 kills. Here's one of the kills on Durien. No. Dear. 1, 2, but they're getting whittled down. Oh, would you believe it? Tiffin again. But it means a group can go for the French. And I think that has to be Rive Gauche's formation here. They will present and fire. They'll be unloaded. Hitting on 3s because of the present. Right, this group here, hard cover. 5 shock, 6 kills. That's, yep, 2 shock and 1 kill. Up to 3. 1 kill. Side bottoms gang in the open. Oh, it's a crushing 3 kill, 1 shock, so they're up to 2 shock. Let me get that there so I don't get confused. 1 or 2, it's on old side bottom. It's not, so it's 3 kills, but oh, they were lucky. 1, 2, 3, and I say lucky because it's 2 shock with 2 people. And finally, the group at the rear, they get light cover, equivalent, but that's still 2 shock and 1 kill. It's disastrous for the British, but no effect on morale. Right, British leader 4, Woody Drips, and he'll take some shock off. He won't, he's going to dress ranks, so he's going to come over there. He'll take that point of shock with him. So they'll go up to 4 shock. Woody Drips will stand up. Side bottom goes, so that has gone. I think they're sorted now. Leader 2, Ramsbottom. Well, he's going to just quite simply try and get rid of Durian's annoying group there. So he will reload for 1 and fire. So they'll be double unloaded, so to speak. And we will have 7 dice on these guys. Hitting on 3s. Not brilliant, 3 hits. Hard cover. Oh no. Blue flag. Red flag. French leader 3. Yves Deneau. Right, Yves Deneau. I was thinking about doing a pad of charge there, but I think it's slightly too far, and they are presented. So they are going to fire and reload. We'll use a card and take some shock off. They are hitting on 3s. Okay, not bad. They're hard cover, but it's only 1 group. So looking for 5s and 6s, and that, unfortunately for the French, is ignored. So it's just 3 shock. Okay, not brilliant. Leader 5 for the British is Whittle. Oh, I think we'll carry with the cavalry skirmish. You take that up, it'll become status 2 or counter in. Better just check he can make it. Oh, 4, 3, plus 6. Yeah, oh, lovely. There. Work out some dice. Again, looking for 5s and 6s. Put them there. I think it's, oh dear, look at that. Look at this. It's carnage for the British against the French there. Right, first of all, that's an immediate hit on Leclange. So what's happened to him? He is wounded. And 5 dead. So they're all wiped out. Look at that. One point of shock on these guys. And 3 kills. Here's one of the kills on Whittle. It is. He's got 2 wounds now. So he is status 0. No, hold on. What's happened to him? Keep doing this. He's wounded again. So he's now status 0. And 2 kills. So those 2 troopers will go. Take that, take that. Right, bad things happen for a formation wiped out for the French. 4. Group wiped out, should I say. That's -2, they're on 7. Status 2 wounded, 3. -1. French are on 6. British status 2 wounded here, 6. Oh, that's also -2. British are on 4. And I think Leclange can scoot away, actually, because he was defeated by 3, I think their gang was. Anyway, away he goes. Right, things are certainly heating up now. Red flag and tiffin. Right, so one British unit can go. Which is this formation here. They are going to close up there. And they've got 6 shot. And they'll reload. Can I do that? They're all the same formation. I don't see why not. Right, away we go. This is critical. And the British are down a flag, actually. Rive gauche. Right, they're going to reload and fire. Uncontrolled. I want to do padded charge, but I haven't got the cards. So, yeah, that's what I'll do. Right, I think it's 23 dice hitting on 4s. Yes, they're not controlled. Yeah, that made a dent in it, didn't it? Right, let's work that out. Right, 6 on this group. Hardcover. 2 kill. Is one of the kills on drips? No, it's not. So 1, 2. And the other group being the open. This is interesting. Ooh, now look at that. That is 6 shock. I should have put old side bottom there, but even so, they have 12 with 8, so they'll go back 4 inches. Formation broken and group obliged to withdraw. All right, firstly, withdraw. 3, no effect. Formation broken. 5, and that is -2. And the British are on 2. Force morale. Red flag. Red flag. Blue flag, firing event, French, Rive gauche. 9. Well, here we go. Charge them to hell. Inspired by their volley and convinced the enemy is done for, the firers surge forward 2 dice 6. If they make contact, fisticuffs. And they're aggressive. I don't think they're going to make it though. I presume I take into account 3 points of shock there. Okay, so it's 2 dice 6 -3. 11, 8. Ooh. Well, I'm going to say that's enough. They are there. Right. They're in. I'm not sure who fights in this, though. Right. I'll sort this out. Right, after all of that, it is 15 dice each, can you believe it? So I've worked out that these 2 groups are fighting. They're too far away. They are behind a wall, so they get some benefit for that, even though there's only 4 of them. But obviously... Oh no, hold on. I've included side bottom, which I shouldn't, so I need to take some dice off. Right, so it's not for the British. They're on 12. Okie dokie, let's go. 5 and 6s they're looking for. So that is 2 5s and 2 6s by the looks of it. And the French hit. Is better by 3. Well, that is that group, and old Woody Drips wiped out. They're all gone. I guess here it's 4 kill and 2 shocks. I've got to split that between those 2. Is one of the kills on the leader there, Rive gauche. It is. What's happened to him? He is knocked out. Right. Another 3. A couple of bits of shock on as well. They're up to 4. They're up to 2. 1 there. 1 there. But I think it might be irrelevant. It's group wiped out. 4. -2. And Drips is killed. 5. Which is another 1. British are on -1. And they run away. Well, there we go. In his moment of glory, Rive gauche hits the deck, but he just about sees his line infantry storm in and smash the British, making side bottom, and the rest of his gang run away. What a cracking fight that was. The French mullered the British there, although they had a bit of success against the cavalry on the right. Leclange, useless again. But there we are. El Pedo is taken. and the French win the campaign. The British run away, scurrying. A sorry state of affairs on the casualty roll. Drips has been turned off, Whittle has been winged, 15 light infantry killed, 2 riflemen killed, and 4 light dragoons killed for the British. The French are Rive Gauche wounded, knocked out at the end. René de Rien, Auguste Leclange also wounded. 6 voltigeurs, 3 line infantry, and 8 hussars also killed. The hussars are particularly pathetic during this campaign. So that was sharp practice. I obviously learnt a lot during those 5 games. Still a few mistakes, I know, when I look back over the editing, but I've come a long way since the very first game of Fracas at Santa Anna, Yabba Dabba Doo. So looking forward to moving forward with sharp practice. I'll have another campaign in a few weeks' time. I hope you enjoyed watching them. I certainly had a lot of fun playing them. Anyway, that's it for now. Hope to see you next time.